Hello crypto world, this is Wednesday, the 6th of November 2019. My name is Doug from IntroToCryptos.ca. In this episode we'll talk about money, we'll talk about what I can do to help you, we'll deep dive into technical analysis of two different cryptocurrencies, and we'll finish with a quick overview of the most important trends in altcoin prices today. If you want all of that in under 10 minutes, this new format is for you. Of course, this isn't trading advice, this is just market observation. Let's start off with our first section. This first section is the most important. We're going to talk about money, the logic of money, the emotion of money, and why most people struggle with money. Now today, being the first episode of this new format, I'm going to share the two most important books that changed the way that I think and feel about money. And then I'm going to ask you a very important question. The first book I want to share is Money is My Friend by Phil Laout. You can order it from Amazon for $1.42. The second book I want to share that I recommend that you go and order from Amazon right now is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Now I'm going to come back to these books in future presentations, but for now I want to ask you a very important question. I would like you to leave your answer to this question in the comments down below this video. And I'll remind you that just by entering your comment, you are entered in our weekly draw for a 1-month access pass to our bull market watch spreadsheet. I'll talk about that in a second, but here's my question. What would you do if you had a little extra money? What would you do if you had a lot of extra money? It's a two-part question, so it's tricky. Now, there's no right or wrong answer, but I want you to answer honestly, without planning and without thinking about your answer. Do it now. And in a future video, I'll come back and I'll review some of the answers that people left below. So I encourage you to head over to Amazon and order those two books, Money is My Friend and Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now, if you're new to cryptocurrencies, let's jump on to the second section. I have some important free resources that can help you. You may have heard that 80% of people who try stock trading end up failing and losing money. Within 18 months to 3 years, they quit trading. And you know what? When I first started trading, I lost all my money. Twice. And you don't have to learn those same lessons by losing all of your money. You can take my free training and avoid some of those big mistakes that I made. So I want you to head over to the website here, IntroToCryptos.ca, but scroll directly to the bottom of the website and put your email address in so that you can receive the free webinar that gives you a complete trading system and all of the 5 stages of a trade. This will accelerate your learning with this training and all sorts of other bonus training too. Now let's jump into the deep dive. In the deep dive section, we're going to review two different cryptocurrencies, and I want to go into in depth about the basic attention token here. I want to case study this 123 bottom formation and basic attention token price chart. First of all, we had the 123 bottom formation that we caught back here and made a great trade on, got out at the top formation. And now we have another 123 bottom formation that is shaping up as a beautiful case study here. We had the 123 bottom formation on a small time frame here. When we zoom into the 12-hour time frame, what I want to pay attention to is what was going on with the relative strength index, the divergence that we had in the RSI as this was building up. Now, as to finish off more of this case study, I want to also go into the on-balance volume and just case study how this was building out as this bottom formation set itself up. So we can see that we had our 1, 2, 3 bottom formation here, and volume came into a zipper format before breaking higher. Here is our zipper format again before breaking higher. And on this daily time frame, this zipper format has shown itself up before big moves to the upside a number of times, and it's becoming a well-known pattern in our group. Another thing I want to point out in this case study is how the MACD diverged here before both of these breakouts. We had the 1, 2, 3 bottom, and as this was moving higher and crossing positive all the way along here, we had it moving up higher. It's pulled back and now crossing to the positive again, much as it did here during these waves up. Every time it pulled back and then crossed to the positive, we were setting up for another wave to the top side, which we could be doing right now. Really fantastic stuff in basic attention token. When we take a look at the Ichimoku cloud, I really am keen to case study where this went through the cloud. And both of the instances, it went through a red cloud. Made the bottom formation, made its way through a red cloud, and so long as it stays up above this cloud, we are in a bull market trend with this coin. Really amazing and exciting times. If we go into the Bollinger Bands and we're looking at the 1-day view, we can see that the last time that the basic attention token started to break above the midline on the Bollinger Bands, we had a very good uptrend. Every time it broke above that midline after a retest, we had a very significant move to the upside. So I'm super keen to case study basic attention token here and invite your comments on what do you think this coin is going to do. Now, the second coin that we're going to showcase here today is Link, because of the way the relative strength is setting up as we are doing a 1, 2, 3 consolidation pattern in an uptrending market. So as it's consolidating this, it could be a top formation that breaks lower, but as we are getting this kind of formation, it really looks like it's going to be breaking higher. And so what I want to do is pay attention to how the relative strength index is setting up. And if this doesn't turn out to be a bullish move, and it does turn out to be a consolidation that's going to go down further, we have some very specific places to keep our eye on so that we know that we're not holding the bag on something that is pulling back. Let's go into the on balance volume for Link as well. And this is great because it's showing consistent, steady buying pressure in this coin. It really hasn't turned into a bunch of selling. Even as we've come back, it really didn't turn into very much selling. This is the only period of time here. And so it looks to me that some continued strength pushing in here is going to verify the strength of this market. Let's go into Link on the MACD indicator. And as we can see back here, it crossed to the negative, then to the positive, crossed and went forward every time it pulled back. Now that we've pulled back this deep and it's starting to give us some crossover hint, as that crosses to the positive and we're breaking to the top side here, this is super verification that we've already seen set up as an established pattern. As this is crossing positive, it's incredibly powerful. So really excited about this, really keen to watch this, see what's going on with Link in the MACD on that time frame. That's the daily time frame, super powerful. Here we are with Link in the Ichimoku cloud. It is coming up to where we could be the buy signal in the uptrend of the Ichimoku cloud. If it comes back and bounces up off of the cloud, near the cloud, and bounces up, it would be a buy signal in the uptrend that we have already crossed through the cloud. We are up above it. The only thing that is holding this back right now is that the blue line is crossed below the red line. I would like to see this blue line quickly come back up and cross back above the red line, and that would help confirm that we are on our way up for this in the daily time frame. This is a really long-term view. Let's go into Link on the Bollinger Bands. And the thing that I'm really watching for here for confirmation of Link going back into a bullish stance is this, that we've dipped below the day midline, but if we cross above that, we are confirming that we are moving back up into the uptrend line. So this is a super key level in Link coin right now. As we're watching this and we're seeing it build up above these levels, I think it's going to definitely up to new highs and probably up to 00055, 00060 in the estimated run up from this level. Now we also have our very specific levels to pay attention to as to when to get out of this coin as well. If it is failing and is not doing well for us, we really want to pay attention to anything that's below these technical levels. We have the 1, 2, 3 formation here. And so if we were to have gotten in on that, we would put our stop just above our entry and really be skittish if prices are starting to come back and retest and drop below these levels. Phenomenal stuff going on in these markets. I am super excited about it. Now, the last part of this episode is I want to go over the general details for the altcoins. Let's start off with Bitcoin dominance. While it is pulled back a little bit since the 6th of 7th or 8th of September, it seems to be holding itself at these levels. And if Bitcoin is taking off and Bitcoin dominance starts to rise again, I really want to pay attention to the alts and be sure that we are not holding them if this is the case here. On the other hand, if this starts to drop, then this is the sign that we should be folding into all of our altcoins. We are right at the precipice. We can see here that Bitcoin prices are consolidating. This is Bitcoin price again here as well. And we can see that in Bitcoin prices, if I go to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that Bitcoin prices are matching up with the longs versus the shorts right here. And for my own part, with the longs being up so high as we're trying to break out of these levels, it's kind of bearish for Bitcoin. I really believe Bitcoin's going to be going higher, but with this number of longs in the market as we are setting up to go higher, it gives me a little bit of the willies. Now, the last thing I want to point out here is on our daily review, we're going to go through the Binance Bull Bear Index and the Poloniex Bull Bear Index just to have a highlight overview. Right now, we have 89 coins in neutral status, and we have 35 coins in hold status, 28 coins in alert status and hold status. We are at 17.4% hold status coins, 18.4% over on Poloniex. We've been seeing a little bit more increase in the fails and a little bit more increase in the neutral coins. And should we see over the next few days an increase in the fails from the 12% and the near fails from 12% and 5% here, then this means that the altcoins are pulling back. And this would show us that Bitcoin dominance is rising, and we would be able to see exactly which specific coins we should be getting out of. We'd see a greater number of these exit coins, and we would see the holds and the alerts diminishing. So if we see our holds and alerts increasing over the next couple days, this is really good for altcoins. But if they're decreasing, it will be matching Bitcoin dominance going up, and we should know to be pulling back out of our altcoins. I appreciate you guys coming for this episode of the Cryptocurrency Bull Market Watch. I'm going to tune into Bitcoin prices here and see what's going on. And that'll wrap us up for the episode today. I appreciate you being here. If I haven't already, I'll see you over on our Discord chat. Thanks again, and bye for now.